Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time for Stella. That's where we get into Survivor, the challenge, the episodes of the week. I'm really excited to talk about these past two episodes. I have a few comments, I have a few thoughts. I did glance at the fantasy teams and I'm still holding tight in the middle. I'm not in the 40s. I actually moved up a place. I was in 29 last week and I moved up to 28. So as long as I'm climbing the charts, I'm not going to be too mad at my fantasy position. How was everyone doing? You all voted for Saturday nights. I know I had to move it to 8 from 7, but I'm working on, you already know I'm in class. I'm working on a home DIY sort of project, and I'm not a DIY sort of girl. So this house project is really stressing me out, but it's progress. I'm making progress. Um, I'm excited to talk about the shows. Now, I will say going forward, once my classes are complete, I don't know if I can stick to Ostella being on Saturdays. It's going to have to go back to a Thursday or Friday night because Saturdays are supposed to be my rest and turn up days. And I'm neglecting my friends. Like I have friends like, girl, what's going on? We ain't seen her talk to you. And I'm like, just bear with me. Bear with me. They want to hang out. But I have to I'm painting an upstairs restroom. Hey, Dr. Ivy. So I gotta get my restroom upstairs painted before I have the lady come deep clean my house. It's a lot, but I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done. Hey, Koki. Hey, Eric. I saw the title and I thought you were reading Danny on the challenge for a second. Oh no, I had to put slash, the Danny after Survivor. The Survivor Danny, not the challenge Danny. I'm here for the challenge Danny, and we're gonna read who a little bit later. But let's jump right on into the show because I feel like it's late. So I don't mind that it's late, but let's jump right on into the show. Let's start with Survivor first because I feel like we have more to talk about with the challenge. Hey, Dabu. Um, I told y'all this was gonna happen. I told y'all it's like, hey, Vita. I just knew it was gonna happen, and I always feel some kind of way, and I don't mean to put skin color in it, but I always feel some kind of way when when it's one person and every person they suggest to go home is not of their same skin color. Is a black person. Let's just put it out there. So I feel some kind of way with Danny. Like when Danny was all up with Carolyn and Brandon at the little reward ceremony they had, what happened to broing down? What happened to the bros being meat shields for each other? And Danny is like, oh yeah, Brandon, I want to work with you when we get to the merge. We're gonna work together because everybody gonna be coming after us. We gonna bro down and we gonna pull Josh in too. But as soon as we got to the merge, Danny's first person was Josh gotta go. And I was like, I knew that was a setup. I knew he didn't want Josh to stay for real, for real. He was like, Josh got to go. The second person on his lips was Lauren. It just so happened that Lauren was on a team with majority of her tribe, and he wasn't going to get Lauren out. Though they could have got Lauren out if Heidi would have played that little advantage differently. But we ain't going to go back to last week. And then the next person on his lips is Brandon. And the only reason he couldn't get to Lauren this week is because Lauren had the immunity necklace. And I'm so happy Lauren beat him. I'm so happy it was down to Lauren and Danny, and Lauren beat him. I told y'all, I said soon as y'all get rid of Josh, y'all gonna be at the tribal council singing Kumbaya, crying, talking about, we just because America, I can't have 3 black people going home in a row. I can't have that. Y'all didn't want to work with Josh. For whatever reason. I mean, Josh ain't no more weird or crazy than anybody else that's on this beach Everybody to me on this beach has their own unique, weird little quirky personality. So why Josh had to go? I don't know what Josh did so wrong. But I told y'all, as soon as y'all get rid of Josh, it's gonna be Brandon and then it's gonna be Lauren. Lauren, and you could miss me with that little extra vote you got. That little extra vote ain't nothing but a piece of parchment. It ain't no idol. If Lauren going home next week, I'm gonna be over it. But anyway, let's get into the whole show. But that's my side eye real quick. Like, I'm side eyeing Aunt Danny. Like, you was talking big game when y'all was eating a reward, but we see your true game. We see it, and y'all do this every season. Every season, it be a snowball of black people going home because y'all refuse to work together. I'm telling you, and I know I ain't gonna never go out on that Survivor, but if by chance, lightning struck and I just so happen to be on a Survivor beach, even if our personalities don't click, I'm looking out for the black people. Like I'm just not gonna be like, yeah, he can go. I'm never gonna. Y'all do it to yourselves every season. Every season. Y'all didn't even give Josh a little chance. But anyway. Yep, I called it. I called it. As soon as they put that target on Josh, I said, watch, we're gonna have the Kumbaya Tribal Council. And I guarantee you, let Lauren be up for it next week. And she gotta look. The only thing that's saving the Kumbaya is they got Matt out. So it ain't 3 in a row. But we ain't gonna act like they didn't want 3 in a row. I'm so happy. I see, this is why I could talk what I want to talk here because y'all get it and y'all understand. And I don't mean to always throw race into it, but we see it every season. And I'm not getting on any other race for it happening. I'm getting on the black people for y'all constantly not working together. Constantly. Y'all never have each other back, and then y'all be sitting up in the jury wondering where y'all went wrong. Because everybody's so scared of another cookout happening. The cookout happening showed y'all the reason why y'all need a cookout to continuously to happen. We all feel the same way about Danny. The only good thing about it is Danny wasted his idol on Franny, because I would have let Franny go home. Franny could have went home. I'm jumping all over the episode, but we just talking about it. Girl, white people was arguing me down on Twitter because I said that that was so uncalled for and necessary. Just let it go. Just let it go. You ain't got to announce it so we could be at home, be like, oh, what he about to tell Jeff? And then it's like a fart. Like, just let it loose. Let it out slow. So, don't make a big sound on the microphone. But I didn't have to have that. And it was disgusting. And it was, I'm not necessarily, because he announced it, it was rude. But it's a bodily function. And sometimes you have to let it go when you have to let it go. But the announcement of it was rude. Like, I didn't need to know that. And that's why I'm happy his ass lost. I'm happy he lost. They said it was funny. It's nothing funny about that. I didn't find that funny. Everyone's humor isn't the same. I don't think so. They were at me for days. I said what I said. That's why I don't argue with people on Twitter. I say what I say. And you can get down in the comments and argue all you want. You might get one response from me, and I'm going to give you a good old Nene Leakes gift of I said what I said. And then I'm going to let you continue just to argue by yourself. Because I'm not going to argue with you over Twitter. It's dumb. It's not like you're going to. Now, sometimes people will not necessarily argue with me, but they can disagree with me in the comments, and I will read, because I read the comments. And sometimes people can have a valid argument where I'll be like, okay, I never thought about it that way. And you might can get me to change my mind. But if you come at me disrespectfully, I don't want to watch. It's making me sick. Survivor isn't making me sick yet. Like it's not making me sick. Like I don't think it's a racial thing. I think it's only one person. I only see one person calling out a black person every week. But what's shocking to me is none of the black people have noticed. Like, oh, he only called out Josh. Now he called out Lauren, because he called you out, Lauren. I don't know why Danny wasn't the target, period. I don't understand why Danny wasn't the target, period. Why are we going after Franny? Y'all should have switched the vote. But I guess let's go ahead and talk about it. We ain't got to talk about the beginning of Tribal Council because I don't forgot. We all know they had to split up in pairs and run the little challenge. Great. It came down to Danny versus Lauren. And I believe Kane and Brandon were the other team that was Spider-Man in it on that wall. Hey, Glenda. So I knew Kane and Brandon weren't going to do it because their feet are way too big and they're heavy. This type of challenge like this is for people with smaller feet and a lighter frame to be able to hold yourself up. The two big guys, I didn't think they were going to win. Now, Lauren, quit calling yourself weak, girl. For you to be able to scale down that wall 4 times, holding up your body weight with just your forearms, that's strength, girl. Quit calling yourself the weakest one out there. That took strength. And you beat 3 heavy hitter males of the tribe. Quit counting yourself out, Lauren. You did that. You did that. But it was also, I thought Danny was going to win it because I felt like Danny had more upper body strength. But Lauren, you did the damn thing. I ain't mad at it. Yeah, I don't want to revisit that. So let's get right into who's going home, because it seemed like it's, I don't remember their names. Orange versus green. And everybody wants purple to be the swing. And that's why when you go into, I think that's a good strategy going into the merge. I don't see a problem with knocking your team down as long as you the last 2 or 3 still on your tribe, because when you hit the merge, the 2 big teams, the 2 heavy hitters are swinging at each other and everybody trying to pull you in. And mind you, my girl Carolyn, Carolyn, I ain't forgot about you. I haven't forgot about you. Carolyn is still the only person in that entire beach that has an idol that absolutely nobody knows about. Nobody even thinks that Carolyn has it. And every week that Carolyn doesn't open her mouth, I'm even more and more impressed, because people steady snitching on themselves. But nobody knows who opened up that purple cage. They probably think, oh girl, not old girl who quit her job. Damn, my memory bad. Who was the girl that went home with the heritage or the inheritance advantage where she could steal people's stuff? Whatever that girl name is, they probably think she went home with the idol in her pocket. I don't know, but I'm here for the purple team being the swing. Like, yeah, green want us and orange want us. I understand. I feel like they went, but they really went with orange. I'm confused. Who did they really go with? They really went with green because they didn't snitch to Brandon that Danny had an idol. And look at Hot. This is why you don't tell people shit. I'm sorry, I'm cursing. I ain't mean to. But this is why you don't tell people stuff. Heidi, it ain't even Heidi's idol. But Heidi going around telling everybody, I'm gonna gain a little bit of favor with you. Danny got the idol. Don't say nothing. Look at Heidi snitching about something that's not even hers. Heidi was my winner pick, but week after week, I'm like, I'm not seeing it for Heidi. I don't see her gameplay. I don't really, is she kind of got that hanger on gameplay? Like, I don't see her driving a theory. And getting out Brandon was Danny's idea. And Heidi is just the same way they look at Franny and Matt as like a duo, a couple. That's Danny and Heidi. That's Danny and Heidi. Except for there's no romance, but they are a duo. Equally as dangerous. One of them has to go. So I'm hoping the purple team listens to Carson. You have to switch your allegiance week after week, because if you all have already got rid of Brandon. So if the key to this is to get rid of the heavy hitters, Danny should be the next to go if Danny doesn't win immunity next week. Y'all need to flip back and go work with Jamie, go work with Lauren. I guess Kane is still on the orange team. And y'all need to go over there and get rid of Heidi and Franny and Danny. At least get rid of Danny. I'm telling you, I think Carolyn wins. I want Carolyn to win. To me, she's playing the game I like to see on television. Right now, she's kind of quiet and she's letting green versus orange take each other out. But I could see Carolyn, if Carolyn makes it maybe two more tribals, I could see her making some moves. But see, Carolyn gonna have to get rid of Carson. And that's gonna be Carolyn's winning game move. As soon as she gets rid of Carson, because as long as if Carolyn goes to the final three with Carson, they're gonna give Carson all the credit. They're going to give Carson all the credit for pulling his purple tribe, because he the one who got switched to another tribe and he kind of pulled the relationships together. Carolyn has to get rid of Carson, but as long as Carolyn can get rid of Carson, Carolyn can win this thing, and I'm still rooting for her. Survivor was good, but the challenge was okay. Besides Amber's, oh, you talking about, okay, the challenge was okay besides Aaron. Okay, we're going to get to the challenge next. Because you're right, the challenge really wasn't nothing. The only thing that got on my nerve about the challenge was Tori and Danny, but we'll get to that. Heidi is not winning. Heidi was my winner pick. If you go back when I do my cast assessment on who I think I had Heidi at number one. I know I had Josh as number one because I really like Josh. And I had Heidi at number two. And I think I had Yam Yam. I had Yam Yam up there too. Y'all think Yam Yam can win the game? You think Yam Yam has a shot? I don't know. We've seen people who had to fight every week to stay on the beach win the game. Yam Yam has to make a move. I think in order for Yam Yam or Carolyn to win, they have to pull together a move to get rid of Carson. And then I think they have something to talk about at the final challenge. Yeah, but you see, Danny is running around the beach next week looking for the idol. I'm telling you, and I don't trust production because every week, every season, it's always an idol. I got to play the grapes. It's always an idol, like these plate of grapes just sitting on a log somewhere. Like, you ain't got to look for it, but here go the idol. I bet you they do something like that for Danny. They just put an idol out there. Go look on that log over there, Danny. Hey, Zuda. But I agree. If Danny doesn't find an idol, production don't give him an idol, or if he doesn't win individual immunity, Yeah, Danny probably will go home next week. I can see it. The purple team didn't all vote together though. Carolyn voted for Yum Yum. Carson, wait, Carolyn voted different. Oh, I think three people. Oh, they're trying to hide their alliance. I don't know. I think maybe they were trying to split the votes just in case. Shit, I don't know. You could be right, Koki, but I don't think I paid enough attention at the end of the episode to see who voted for who. Who did Carolyn vote for? I don't know if Carolyn can win. She's playing a good game, but she looks a little kooky, and I don't know if they'll be able to, if she'll be able to explain her game. I say that every week, but I think Carolyn has a harder time explaining her game because her game is easy to understand watching it at home. But you have to be, yeah, she has to be able to explain what she's doing. And I think she can do it. Like, I really think she can explain her game because she's making moves based off and it also depends on who's on that jury. Well, we already see who's gonna be on the on the jury. If it's like Carolyn, Yam Yam, it's so hard because I feel like everybody is a player and you can't knock anybody down. Like, oh, if Carolyn gets there with Yam Yam and Heidi, she went. Like, I feel like everybody this season are great speakers, intelligent. Right now, I don't see anybody getting dragged. Like, oh, they just here for the ride. Maybe Kane. Like, what is Kane doing? I don't see Kane doing anything. But we'll see. It's still a lot of game left to play. I don't think Yam Yam can win. We see a couple of people who do think Yam Yam can win. Yam Yam has the social. You know how they like to break down the final tribal council: social, outwit, outlast, outplay. Whichever one is for the social, Yam Yam got that in spades. Like, Yam Yam could, if these people respect the social game, Yam Yam can win. It really all depends on what the jury is looking for because every jury is different. Are they looking for who wins the most immunity challenges? Are they looking for flashy idol plays and flashy blindsides? Are they going to go back and look at and count what happened? Because I feel like Carolyn could really win based on how she was knocking people out of that purple tribe. Are they looking at that? Are they looking at only what's happening from jury going forward? I don't know. But it really depends on what the jury is looking for. And seeing that this season has a lot of super fans, I think they aren't just looking for flashy blindside resumes. I think this jury will take into account all the components that we say makes a true survivor: outwit, outlast, outplay, the social, the mental, the physical. I think they will weigh all of that equally. So I think really anybody has a good chance right about now. Anybody. Okay, Carolyn voted Brandon out with the Green Tribe, and Yam Yam and Carson both voted Danny. Maybe they voted Danny, like they wanted to put a couple of votes on Danny in case Danny played the idol for himself. They could have still had, I don't know, don't get me to line. I gotta wait till next week to see why people voted for why they voted. But damn it, I wish they would have had more votes on Danny, and Danny would have still played his idol for Franny, and then we would have been like, bye, Danny. I don't know. When Carolyn was rolling around in the mud in that challenge, and Carson was cheering her on in that low voice, and then he would scream, I hollered. Look, Carolyn was in that net. That net looks confusing because it looks like when you roll to unravel yourself, you're also locking yourself up by your feet. So it looks like you're kind of rolling yourself up in a like a Tootsie Roll or Jolly Rancher type of wrapper. That thing, that would scare me because it's wet, it's muddy. I gotta be rolling in the mud, catching my breath. I'm already would have been pissed. I gotta roll in the mud. I know Carson probably was like, I hope she'll never come out of there so I don't gotta roll in the mud. I know he's like, can y'all hurry up and win the next step of this so I don't have to roll around in this net? That would have been me. But I felt I hate that challenge. They did that last year, and they did that last year with that girl that didn't have a leg, and she got stuck in that net and then turned around and won the whole thing. If Carolyn and Carson would have ran through that net and won the whole thing, I would have lost it. I would have went up for them. You mean they voted for Franny? Danny got no votes. I'm confused. I didn't watch the list. I probably was scrolling Instagram or something when they show who everybody voted for. But Franny needs to go because Franny can win immunity too. So Franny can go. You know, Franny really needs to go because you know she has an automatic locked in jury vote. And as long as you bring Franny to the end, she has one vote. And sometimes all you need is that one vote to tip over to your favor and you won. So Franny to me is somebody that has to go. Let her and Matt have explore their love affair over in the jury house. But Franny has to go. I wouldn't want to go to the end with Franny. But that's just me. But okay, that's all I have for Survivor. Y'all got any other questions or topics for Survivor, or we can move over to the challenge because all I gotta say is next week, if Lauren, you sit next to Brandon, I guess y'all should have talked to Josh. That's all I'm gonna say. And Josh wasn't even on y'all team. Josh wasn't even on y'all team. Like, I don't understand why y'all didn't even try to talk to Josh. I'm sorry, y'all. My lips felt a little ashy. They dropped the ball for the blind. They did. I would have blindsided Danny. I would have switched the vote so quick when Danny said he was playing his idol for Franny. Yep. That would have probably been the biggest move of the season. I would have done the same thing, or at least would have split them. I at least would have split them. How many people were left? I would have had purple, Danny, orange, Franny, and let's see how this shake out. But I don't know. They probably all wanted Brandon. Even though I don't want to, like I said, I don't want it to be all, but he was black. But Brandon is a threat. Like, we ain't gonna sit up here and act like this ain't no NFL. Did he play in the NFL or just college? I forgot. I think he said NFL. But we ain't gonna act like it ain't a whole NFL football player on the beach with us as well. So no. They do. They got pressed to get Brandon out. That they didn't move. They were so pressed to get Brandon out, they didn't see that move in their face. Yeah. Danny knew it, and I think that's why he was listening at Tribal Council because he was trying to hear buzzwords. But I feel like you can't really listen to what people saying at Tribal Council because they trying to throw everybody off. Everybody is getting thrown off. But I would have switched it to Danny too, or at least would have split them votes. But no matter what, they flushed the idol, and we just gotta hope production don't give him another one. Yeah, Brandon is a threat, but he didn't have any idols, and he hasn't won anything yet. Yeah, he did. Well, he won immunity for himself last week, but Franny won it all. So you right, that ain't technically a win. Like he won it for himself, but Franny won the entire necklace. So yeah, but his day was coming. I don't care. Bye, Brandon. Next time, get to know Josh for yourself. You was I ain't gonna go backwards. I ain't gonna go backwards because you was already talking about, oh yeah, me, Josh, and Danny, and then Josh, the first person y'all ready to vote out. But anyway, let's move on because Josh been gone. He ain't even gonna be at the reunion because they don't even do the live, or maybe they might change it because they said 45. They're going to hour and a half episodes, and they're going back to 36 days versus the 29, like however many days it was before. Like they're going back to original Survivor. COVID is a little bit. I'm not supposed to say COVID on YouTube. I gotta start watching myself because I'm this close to my 1,000. So I gotta start really watching the words I say for YouTube rules. The virus is a little bit more under control. A lot of people have their vaccines. We're not saying that it's completely gone, but they ready to get Survivor back to how it was. So maybe they can have their live theater reunions where we get to see the whole cast and we just not watching them get drunk and eat pizza. I don't really. Real quick in the chat, I know I switched the background over to the challenge. Do you all like when they do the reunion immediately, at that final tribal council? Like the winner is still dirty and they ain't took no bath. Like I like when we get to see the people. We like, oh, they got their makeup on, they look good, everybody look good. Which one do you all like better? Y'all like when they put on a theatrics and we see the audience and we get to hear people get booed or yayed? I like the audience, but I don't know. I don't like watching them eat pizza and drink beer. I feel like they more concerned about what they eating, and we really don't get no juicy information because they just hungry. The metaphors, let me scroll back up. What metaphors? All that talking at tribal council works my nerves. Agreed. They do too. It is metaphors. It's subliminals. We trying to drop hints because I like it when they be like, oh, we voting for so-and-so. I agree. Tribal council should be. And then sometimes Jeff will go on a tangent and they'll be talking about anything and then they start to crying. I have to be more sensitive. Hey, Andrew, because I like the live too. Right. I like when they had a makeup on and they have on a cute. If I'm getting ready to win $1 million and y'all about to put this picture all on the internet, let me look good. I want to be out in these dirty clothes I had on for 20 some days and ain't took no shower, not brushed my teeth, nothing. Yeah, so maybe not this season because they're still in their pandemic way. But maybe next year, 45, when maybe we'll get the live audience back. I hope so. I like when Sia be in the audience and she start finger pointing people she want to give money to. You get to ask audience questions. No, I like the recorded version of the last episode. Oh, you like when they eat the pizza and stuff? I don't like that. I know you don't watch the other Survivors, but if you watch Survivor Australia, their travels be lit. I watched the one Survivor Australia that's on. It's on Paramount Plus or Peacock. As soon as it come to Paramount Plus, I'll watch it, but I'm just not watching it on the links. And I really like Survivor Australia. I think they have better twists and ideas for voting people out. They definitely have better challenges. Their challenges are way better. I like Survivor Australia, and I think it's way longer. And the one thing about Survivor Australia that it's hard for me only because my memory is bad. It's too many people and it takes too long to dwindle down. Didn't they start with like 40 something people? Like Australia, they do a lot. I don't. I felt really bad for Deshaun Xander, Mike Cassidy having to find out they lost Survivor, then have to sit there while everyone else celebrates them losing. I agree. I don't like that. But at least they had some pizza. At least they had some pizza. I don't feel like you can really ask the question, get your questions together, let people go home, watch the show, watch the confessionals. Half of these people don't even know what was said behind their backs. And like it's more lit when you could really watch the show and then we come for this live event and Jeff can ask real questions. Did you hear that the teams for 45 are possibly two? There are screenshots of only a red and blue platform. I don't mind if it starts at 2 and then they break into 3 and then they merge. I don't know. That's old school Survivor. They used to only have 2 teams. Heroes versus Villains on Australia was good. I watched the one before Heroes versus Villains because I started Heroes versus Villains on Paramount Plus, but it's another one that came on right before Heroes versus Villains. That's the one I watched. The last season was the best season of Survivor I've ever seen. People who have been watching Survivor US said it's the best. I do agree. Survivor Australia, I don't know why they don't bite off them. I would copy. My favorite one, and if y'all watch Survivor Australia, y'all know what I'm talking about. My favorite one is when they had some kind of, challenge. And then they said the top 3 people who win are be the only 3 people who get to vote somebody out. And I said, ooh, that's going to be good. Because now we have 3 people. So only 3 people to cast the vote for all these people. And so then those 3 people went into another challenge. And what it was is 2 out of the 3 were in a majority alliance. And then there was one person that was in a minority alliance. And I was like, if that one person don't win, somebody in his alliance going home. So then those 3 people competed. And then, of course, the one person in the minority alliance, he won immunity. And out of all the people on that beach, he just got to say, okay, you go home. I said, that's amazing. I think that is a twist for your ass. Where just one person who dwindles down and wins the challenge and be like, okay, you go home. I want it and I don't like you. You go home. And you could make a move for your whole alliance by winning one challenge. It helps break down the majority alliance and it makes you really compete. And it makes it interesting because you never know what the next one gonna bring. That was my favorite one. I really liked because I've never seen just one person get a vote. That was my favorite one for Survivor Australia. And I wish US would just bite off of them. Just steal their ideas. Who cares? But anyway, okay. I got to start talking about channel. The most recent Australia Survivor season was amazing. And there was a YouTube channel that posted all the episodes. You don't need the sketchy links. Okay. If you tell me, because somebody else told me a YouTube channel, and I started to watch some of Big Brother Canada on a YouTube channel, but they only uploaded like half of the season. And then I was like, well, where are the rest of the episodes? I get frustrated. I get frustrated real quick without my link, with them links and YouTube channels. Because, if you don't watch them real quick, YouTube will snatch them down. Yeah, Survivor Australia challenges are good and dangerous. Like, you got to be strong. You cannot be weak in them Survivor Australia challenges. They are really good and dangerous. That does sound good, Angie. I'm going to have to check out Survivor Australia. Check it out. It's not Heroes versus Villains, but it's the season right before Heroes versus Villains. I really love that season of Survivor Australia. It's really good. Okay, but let's get into the world championship of it all. The challenge. I don't even want to go step by step for the challenge because, like y'all said, the episode wasn't that good. It was trivia week, and it's usually my favorite week, but I ain't like the whole ripcord because look at Jody and Benha. Just because they guessed the wrong bit ripcord twice in a row, they was in the bottom. And I don't think that's fair. I felt like you should have to pull the ripcord, and when you get to the last one, it didn't have to be 5. It could have been 3. Bam, you gone. But it should have been everybody. Like, I don't understand why y'all couldn't find a building wide enough for everybody to be up there at the same time. Why are we doing everything in heats? Because when you do it in heats, it gives people an opportunity to gang up on other teams. Like, if you in the heats of 3, of course, 2 teams gonna gang up on one to make sure somebody in the bottom and they at least safe or the winner. Like, it was very unfair. It was a very unfair challenge if you aren't in a majority alliance, or if you wouldn't put up on the platform with your majority alliance. And then it was really it was really a game of chance. And Jody and Benha didn't even get to answer a question. That's why it wasn't fair. But anyway, it is what it is. I want to say this about the challenge too before we read down Tori and the KC and of it all. Let me say the nice things first. Amber left. Well, first, they called the challenge plague. They said bananas. Can you say plague on YouTube? I don't know. I really have to take me a YouTube class of the things you can and cannot say. But I done said it now. They said bananas let the plague loose on the house because he had to go home early. That was funny. I saw that. I mean, plagues are not funny, but the joke of it all was funny. But anyway, so Ben got sick. Tristan was already kind of complaining about being sick. And of course, we know what was going on with Amber B. So apparently, I don't understand why Kaz gave Tristan, I mean, I guess they all UK. Kaz gave Tristan some kind of pep talk, like, do it for Kellyanne. You in it for Kellyanne. Don't go home because Kellyanne have to go home. All this. But then when they playing trivia, they trying to knock Kaz and Jordan out. And I'm like, I bet you won't get nobody else a pep talk, Kaz. Let his ass go home. But anyway, I just thought that was like, I really don't know who working together. I really don't. I'm be so confused. That's why I should have been an individual game. But anyway, so Tristan got himself together to perform. Ben got sent to the hospital and KC would have had to go home. I'm like, Amber B, you couldn't have held out one more week. So KC could have went home too. Like, you couldn't have held out one more week, Amber B. But anyway, and I mean, I'm happy she didn't put her baby at any more risk because some of those challenges can be dangerous and they yank, that harness yanks on your uterus because that's where they kind of put the harness right there. So playing this probably wasn't the best for a pregnant woman. So yes, Amber B said, I ain't really been feeling the best, and I know Troy and KC really want to be here. So KC, why don't you go ahead and partner up with Troy? I'm like, Amber, damn it. I don't want Troy to go home, but you done just gave KC a really good partner. I agree with Darrell. Like, you done set KC and Troy up to damn near almost win this thing because Troy is a really good partner. And KC is a really good partner. Well, I mean, as much as and I really don't dislike KC. She's just boring. I don't have anything against KC. She's just boring. And I would have liked to see her go home. But now that she's on Australia and not USA, it could get interesting. But anyway, let's move on for that. So Amber B is in the confessional. She tells Troy, I'm so happy I listened to my body because I'm pregnant. Congratulations, though we already congratulated you at the reunion, but congratulations again, Amber B. I can't wait to see this baby because I know it's going to be a beautiful baby. And I think she just had her baby shower on Instagram a while ago. Beautiful pictures. A lot of people from the challenge was there. Great. Okay. So that's the happy news. We have Ben is gone, Amber B is gone, and Casey is now with Troy. And Tristan thugged it out. Okay. Now I want to say this about the challenge and what I think is effed up about the format of this season. To me, there's no benefit of winning except for the house can't vote you in. Because Benha and Jody lost. I feel like the house, as soon as the house sees who loses and who wins, the goal is to F over the person who wins. Like, we just going to put in all of their friends and make them pick between their two friends. What kind of benefit is that of winning? And I figured out what the strategy or what the format of this season should have been to, one, stop the majority alliance or force the majority alliance to stop throwing competitions and actually win some things. The format should have been, if you lose, you automatically, that's your fault, you going into elimination. If you win, you get to pick two teams amongst the house, amongst everybody else who didn't win, and you nominate two teams for elimination. And then the house, now you leave it up to the house to vote amongst the two people you chose, because there's no benefit of winning this thing. It's none. Like, it's no benefit of winning and then have to pick amongst your friends to go in. Or if you win, they pick everybody left from your country to go in. I'm going to throw in your alliance now. You just pick. To me, if my strategy would be, and I think I heard Bananas and Tori say this at some point, and I could be lying. I don't know, but I thought I heard them say, it's no point of winning this. We just got to make sure we don't come in last, because as long as your majority alliance is in the middle of things, you're not winning and you're not losing, you control really who goes home, because you control who gets put into elimination and you don't care which one of the two. So I feel like Kellyanne really got no benefit of winning this thing except for being safe, because her alliance had already lost, and that ain't her fault that, Jody and Benha lost. But then they threw in other people that she likes to work with. Everybody that voted against Bananas, they threw into elimination. Now Kellyanne has to vote against the people that she likes. So do better. Who would Paramount Plus? I don't like this season and the whole voting, but it is. I mean, we almost at All Stars 4. I believe All Stars 4. Did somebody say it's coming at the end of May? They said summer. I'm assuming when this goes off, All Stars 4 will be coming on. So hopefully soon. But anyway, let's get into the house vote, because I forgot who even went home. I done forgot. Oh, Benha and Jody went home. Benha and Jody went home. I'm gonna blame Benha and Jody going home as a communication issue. Like, we're trying to describe shapes, patterns, and whatever. English isn't his first language. Like, he's up there, it looks like a house to the side with a cow walking the dog. I was like, what is Benha talking about? What is Benha talking about? And another example of KC, no disrespect, being like a man. Like Jody was having a hard time lifting Ben up on that thing. KC was flipping Troy up like whoop, bloop. And then she was gently putting his ass back down. KC is a strong competitor on the female side where it's almost not fair. And the only reason it is fair because we have people like Jenny's and other strong females, but they never cast KC with a strong female like her. She's always the strongest. But whatever. I mean, the way she was like, whoop, bloop. And Jody was like, loop. And then she just dropped him and he was just gone. And I was cracking up. I was like, Benha is dizzy. That's why he can't read you these symbols correctly because his ass is dizzy, girl. But okay, let's get to the reading. Now, Zuda told me that, was it Zuda or was it Dejan? One of y'all told me because we was talking about it on the Twitter. And you know, I was rolling my eyes. I said, why is Tori voting herself in? Of all the other people sitting around the table, okay, you don't want to vote in KC. Okay, KC and CT gave you $50,000. Do they forever get a pass in this game? I love the way Danny read Tori down at that table. I was hollering at my TV. He was like, how many people could win this? And she was like, only two, me and you, we want to win this. And he was like, well, who get the money? If we win, who get the money? Me and you get the money. Okay, so why we give a damn about if they go in elimination or not? We should only be giving a damn about 1 and 2 because only 1 and 2 getting some money. I was like, Danny, if you don't read Tori, and we ain't sharing Tori either, because I know Danny told her ass that we ain't giving it. Now you could give them whatever you want to give, but I ain't giving them ish. All this money going home to Kiki and my baby. You can give them whatever you want, but my half going to Kiki and this baby. I live for Danny, and I don't know why people hate Sarah. Sarah ain't even do anything this week. Did Sarah do something I missed? People on Twitter read Sarah every week. Facebook especially, they hate Sarah on Facebook. They be going in on Sarah. I'm like, she didn't do shit this week. Sarah was sitting at the table minding her business this week. And then even Jordan had to go off on Tori. Jordan was like, Casey is my friend too, and I voted for her ass. Just vote for her ass. She going in anyway, Tori. Like, what is your thing? And then I put on Twitter, I ain't never see Tori go up like this for Anissa. And that's her real life best friend. Oh, she's my best friend in this game, and I just can't vote for her, so I got to vote for myself, bitch. If I was Danny, I would have put my foot down. We ain't voting for ourselves. You're going to have to go any, meeny, miny, mo around this table. I don't care where the vote land, but it ain't landing on myself. And Tori, you so dumb. You know, what if everybody because then they voted like first or second. What if everybody at that table would have started voting for you and Danny? What if everybody like, oh, well, since she put her name out there, I'm voting for Tori and Danny. Sarah read Tori too. I don't remember. Tell me in the chat what Sarah said, Zuda, because I remember what Danny said. He said, who getting the money? How many people getting the money? And I'm about to come to y'all comments because I felt like I had to get off what I needed to get off before I got into the comments. But that I'm gonna say two things. Angie, don't forget your points. Number one, that was what was wrong with that season of the challenge that Casey and CT won. That whole y'all get $1 million and you could decide how much you want to give second and third. No, sir. If you all couldn't decide how much to give second and third, At the time y'all created this show, the second and third go home with nothing. I didn't like that because it kind of felt like you should give them something. And I'm gonna say this: that season was set up for people to work together. Like we see that whole Emerald team that whole time work together to get everybody to this final, just so because we knew CT was winning it. Period. CT wasn't even supposed to be partnered with KC. She switched to be his partner at the last minute. I ain't forget. But anyway, so that what was wrong with that season, that you could give somebody some money if you want to. No, ain't no give. I don't want to give nothing. If you ain't set it up in the rules for them to get nothing, they don't get nothing. Because to me, that feel like a little bit of kickback. Like, we gonna help y'all win. Like, Casey, you ain't never won a challenge before. Like, Nani ain't never won. Like, last season, Tori ain't never won before. So we gonna help KC get this win. She gonna kick some money back. And then next season, Tori, we gonna help you get your win. And then you kick some a little back. It feel like it's a rotation of wins. That's my point number 2. It feel like every season, it's like, okay, y'all helped me win last season. I'm gonna help you win this season. That's what it feels like to me. And it's Jordan's turn this time. Like, Jordan, you sat back and you partner with Anissa and y'all got a cute little check for showing up and you helped me win with Devin. So now, Jordan, I'm gonna do whatever I could do to it feel like it's Jordan's turn to win. Like, I don't like it. And I feel like that's what Sarah and Danny see. They see it's a rotation. It's okay, you had 37, I got 38, you got 39. Okay, you up for 40. That's what it feels like. And I'm telling y'all, if you haven't listened to Kamisha's interviews of Devin, listen to that interview, because Devin is pretty much telling on himself through talking to Kamisha. He's telling that you don't have to be strong. You don't have to be smart. All you have to do is have production, put 35%. He said, all I need is 30% of the cast to be in my alliance. And it's a 75% chance that I'm going to the final, because they already know they're getting ready to get rid of all the rookies. So once they get rid of all the rookies, if 30% out of, say, 50% of the people left is in your alliance, then of course your alliance is making it to the final. Devin has openly said this twice, talking to Kamisha, that his game is set up by casting. He knows by casting if he's making it to a final or not. And it should never be set up like that. It should never be set up by, if it's a cast of 30, at least 10 of the 30 is my clique. And then another 10 of the 30 are people who want to be in my clique, so they're going to do what I say. And then the other 10, we just going to vote them off real quick. They going in elimination first. It should never be set up like that. And that's what makes the game. And see, Devin ain't have to say it, because I figured the shit out a whole bunch of seasons ago. But he confirmed what was already on my mind. And, challenge people if you ever come across this. I'm not saying it to be angry. I'm trying to tell you all so you all can know how to play the game. He's telling you. Listen to these people when they do their interviews. They're exposing themselves. He's telling you, based on who is set up to be on the show, will tell him how far, if he's making it to a final or not. So automatically, if I was to be on 39, let's say, and Devin and his clique, but see, they done already said they all taking a break, probably because Devin exposed themselves and they need probably a season or two for people to forget. But don't worry, Angie, Kiss My Cheeks TV is always going to remind you of what he said, because I ain't going to forget. I mean, I'm going to forget, but it's going to pop back up a couple of times. I'm going to always remind you. When you walk into that house and you see Devin and his vacation crew, they need to be target number one. Think like Danny. Think like Sarah. That vacation crew is target number one. The money only goes in one bank account, and you should want it to be yours. Okay, and I'm done. I'm off of my soapbox. Because, hey, Tori is y'all champion. She ain't my champion. But y'all be going up for Tori. And let's get into these comments. Let's start with Tori always gets on my nerves. Right. Benha and Jody didn't get to answer one question. It was very unfair, but it seems like they make the dailies to help it. They do. This was to help out the majority alliance because you played it in threes, so you could guarantee that one team, even if you got the answer right or wrong, you can always throw a shot in the end. Let's not act like these trivia questions wasn't easy. In the beginning, I was getting them all right. Now, towards the middle and the end, I was like, well, damn, I need to stop answering out loud because my ass sound kind of dumb. Some of them was hard towards the end, but we ain't gonna act like in the beginning they weren't the easiest questions. The challenge was bogus, but Kellyanne is definitely the star of the season. Kellyanne is doing good. And I really need that USA 2 official cast. I need to know that because the pictures y'all sent me the last time, I got to talking on the video, and the whole video, they're alternate. They ain't even there. I was like, well, damn. Y'all send me these pictures. So I need the official pictures. I need the official. And then, of course, we still got All-Stars for it. Jody and Benha losing without even the BS of it all, Dabu. The BS of it all. I feel like you should only have to pull a ripcord if you answer it wrong. I don't like all this, what they call it, tag teams or whatever they call it, the kill challenges where you get to knockout challenge. Now, it's cool if it's a knockout challenge where you have to do something physical and like we running, but the knockout challenges only benefit majority alliances. And so, no, it ain't. I don't like the knockout challenges. So it should have been like, if you get the trivia wrong, you guess at your own ripcord. At least let me get my trivia wrong before I start pulling ripcords. But I ain't a production. Yeah, I ain't like that. It was a luck thing. If it wasn't for Amber, KC wouldn't be there competing. Yeah. Amber held out one more week. I was happy that they won, but what did they win? They win the opportunity to throw in teams that they like. They didn't win. The win didn't benefit them. So Amber was 2 months pregnant at the reunion they filmed. No, she was way more pregnant than that because Amber was showing at the reunion. She probably was about 4 months at the reunion. October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, and we in April. And she doing May. Yeah, so she was, girl, you having twins. Because she was showing at the reunion. Now, I ain't no doctor. But October, November, December, January, February, March, April. We in April. Which means if she was 2 months, she's 8 months pregnant now. Yeah. And she due in May. So that would make 9 months. I guess, but I could have swore she was showing. And you usually not showing at 2 months. Kellyanne has really killed it this season. It's a shame she lost half her allies. Yep. I don't know how much longer she can last. She's not going to last because now that Benha and Jody aren't here, they're the team that's going to be voted in every week. I wouldn't be surprised if Kellyanne didn't go home next week. Yep, we would have got rid of the furniture if it wasn't for Amber. Yeah. But we have to protect that baby. We can't be ripcording and bungee jumping down buildings with a baby. I wanted Casey. We all did. Tristan was a Tristan knew all that trivia. That was amazing. She said she would have done it for Kellyanne too if Tristan left. Oh, but that doesn't make sense. If Tristan left, does that make sense? If Tristan, yeah, she would have left. So Troy would have been with Kellyanne. That would have been a better partner. I think Troy is a really good partner. Yeah. Maybe if Tristan and Ben would have left, she could have said, Troy, gone over there with Kellyanne, and Casey, bring your ass to the airport with me. Maybe both of everybody should have left, and then she could have saved Troy for Kellyanne. I don't know. Look, Amber did what was best for herself and her baby. The nerve of people to call Amber fake when she's so much nicer than. I don't even want to get into that because people just don't like Amber. And look, I'm a person who does not like people based on vibes and energy. Like, you don't have to do anything to me. If there's something in your aura that's rubbing me the wrong way, I'll be like, I just don't want to be bothered. I ain't going to talk bad about you. I'm just going to say, I don't want to be around you. And I don't like your energy. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. But to call Amber fake when she hasn't done anything, just say you don't like her. And it's nothing wrong with saying you don't like somebody. Just say you don't like them. But I don't think that she's fake at all. And she is a really nice person. Amber, you know how you kind of look at people sideways when they be like, people just don't like me because I'm pretty. And you're like, bitch. But to me, Amber is that type of person. Like, people don't like, because that's the only thing I could put it on. They just don't like her because she's drop dead gorgeous, and all of you all using y'all winnings to do all of this to the face and the rest of the body. So I think they're jealous of Amber because she's pretty. And I said it. You can say Kiss My Cheeks said it, because I don't know what else you could put it on. She ain't did nothing to nobody. She be bending over backwards to work with y'all asses and be helping y'all get further along in that game, and then y'all stab her in the back. So I don't know. I'm like, what's fake about? I don't know. Okay, let's move on. Tori and Danny would be in the final if Danny wasn't ducking that Jordan smoke in the final. What? Tori and Danny would be fine. Okay, fine if Danny wasn't ducking that Jordan smoke in the final. Jordan does have a better partner this season. I want to say I would like to see it. I don't think it's a guarantee that Jordan beats Danny in a final. If anything, Jordan isn't a master at puzzles, where we've seen Danny is really good at puzzles. And I think Danny would be able to get through checkpoints faster than Jordan. And I think Danny and Tori can run equally as fast and have the same amount of endurance as Jordan and Kaz. We both know Kaz and Tori ain't helping on the checkpoints none. But I don't know. I'm not going to automatically give Jordan that win. I would like to see it, and I feel like we're going to see it. I think we can see them two in the final. If no male MVP left, she would have pushed through for Troy. I don't think she would have. If Ben didn't have to leave, like if everybody felt better the next day and showed up for the challenge, I don't think Amber would have quit and made Troy leave. I will agree with that. She would have pushed through. I think Amber might be doing July. She cannot be due in July and be at a reunion in October. Let me get my fingers out again. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That right there is 10 months, period. That ain't even counting the 2 months y'all said she was. Tell me if I'm saying my months right. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, that's 9 months. That still means she wasn't no 2 months. I don't know. Look, I ain't no gynecologist. But I do know how to count to 9. So I don't know. I don't know. I just hope Amber has a beautiful, healthy, happy baby. And however many months she was at that reunion, let it be. She could have been 2 days for all I care. Just have a happy, healthy baby. I dislike Casey because she's boring. She's gonna be chilling at home. Her and Nani have announced that they bought a house and they're taking a break. So we're gonna get a break from Casey and Nani. Thank you. Fast King Cash. I don't know what that means, Dabu, but okay. And she made Nani boring too. Ugh. The only reason Nani got boring is because she couldn't go. Angie, don't say that. Angie, don't say that. It's not nice. Even though it's true. Even though what you want to say is true, it's not nice. I'll just say, okay, I agree. I don't give Casey her flowers because I think that people overrate her. But if she goes into more elimination and makes it to a final, she'll have my respect. Look, I'm gonna give Casey her respect. I think she's a great competitor. She's just boring. Like, she's not giving you the full challenger because she doesn't initiate any strategy. She doesn't get involved in any drama. She's not even present in scenes when drama is going down. Like, Casey is just not there. You see her at the dailies. If she ever gets an elimination, because she's one of those people scared to see an elimination. Just very boring. Everyone is saying that Casey is boring, but I actually don't mind her this season because she's just skating. She's not skating well because her alliance. She got partnered up with Ben, and Ben don't know how to keep his mouth shut. At least in Final Reckoning, you have the option of picking your own opponent that's available besides the winners of the dailies. I agree. Like, the format of this season sucks. Yeah. And I don't like the secret vote. Well, I do like the secret votes. I'm going to get to y'all response when I get to it, but put it in the chat. Do we like secret votes or do we like for people to vote out loud? Because I feel like when people are sitting at a table, now I don't feel like it this season, but I feel like in seasons of the past, especially when it's a MTV season and there's a lot of rookies, especially that season when they had them voting on iPads and people standing up behind them can see who they voted for, and you just gotta look to the side and you can see who. I feel like there's an intimidation factor to open votes. I like when you can go in the room, you could vote for whoever you want, and then come out and lie. Let it be a mystery if the vote don't go the right way, and they got to try to figure it out, and you could deny. I like secret votes, but put it in the comments. Secret votes or open votes. Okay. Every teammate should have. I think that would have been oh, you were saying fast to King Cash. Okay. You were talking to somebody in the comments. Okay, because I didn't understand that. Like, what is fast King Cash? Okay, King Cash. Every team should have I agree with that. This season, that would have been good. But the only thing with that this season is with all the MTV people control the votes because it's more of them, and you have the MVPs who all don't work together. Like, it would have gave Sarah and Danny a voice, but then you have all these MTV people who are forced to vote certain ways because of what country they're with. Like, this season, it probably would have made it too lopsided, and then Bananas and them would have controlled the game because it's more of them than it is of MVPs that are willing to all band together. So I don't know. You kind of see the boot order coming every week. you see the boot order based on what happens at the daily. But I think Kellyanne and Tristan's numbers are short. Probably a week or two after the final, May 17th. Oh, okay. The final is May 17th. Okay, we don't have that much more of this to go. I'm telling you, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do, but I know we're going to have a fantasy draft party. I got to get with Christina soon to see if she set up the league so I can make sure I have everyone have their league numbers and everybody can sign up. I don't know how we're going to do it, but All Stars 4 is going to be so good. We're going to have some kind of live drafting party. And I'll be done with my classes. Fingers crossed. If they start around the end of May. Please don't start Memorial Day weekend because I got to take my son to orientation. But whenever All Stars 4 starts, we're going to have a fantasy party. And I need to hurry. I'm talking too much and I ain't even shown everybody fantasy teams. I think Jody and Dan, I don't think Dan is in the chat. Dan is in second place, y'all. He's moving up. I hope at least somebody from our group, even if it can't be me, I hope somebody from our group at least wins. Because that way I can be like, Christina, my people won. We coming. I can at least brag on something. Okay. I think Jody and Benha should have switched places. I said that because I think Jody would have been able to describe it better, and Benha probably would have had an easier time lifting her up. And then he would have just had to look for the pieces. But I was thinking that too. They got to bring Jenny West back to fling KC. I heard a rumor that Jenny, and this came from the Twitter curves a long time ago, that Jenny would only come back on a season if Bananas was there. I think Jenny only wants to come. Like, what? What did Devin say? People only want to come back when certain people are present so that certain people can have their backs. So I don't know. And then she probably would want a lot of UK people to come back, like Rogan. And I don't know, outside of Rogan, I don't know who else is even allowed. Maybe Josh. I want to say Josh, but Josh may be allowed if they even want to. I don't know. Jordan said he sure did. He said KC name real quick. He didn't care. And I wouldn't. I don't know why Tori is so hung up on that, because if it was vice versa, I bet you KC don't have no hesitation at saying your name. You see her and Ben didn't hesitate to put Bananas and Justine in. It's just so frustrating. Like, I really wish Danny would. I told Danny I was trying to tell your ass through the TV. I was trying to tell you through the TV, Danny, don't pick Tori. But I know your wife, Kiki, you know she liked Tori before she saw this. But I was trying to tell you through the TV, don't pick Tori. The only way KC can lose is if they stop casting her for future seasons. No, they have to cast her with women that are equally as strong, like Jenny, like maybe Desi. But she's not going to USA. Like Desi. I think Sarah is strong. Like, depending on the like if it ain't holding weights or a hall brawl, I think because KC is not that bright when it comes to puzzles. Like, she's not the puzzle person. So depending on the elimination, people can get KC out, but production always, like Fessy, certain people, they always make sure certain eliminations are set up for them. If y'all get what I'm trying to say. Tori priority is have that Josh, Nani, in. Oh, if she messed over KC, but she wasn't messing over KC. She was casting a vote. It wasn't like she's the deciding vote, and based on what Tori does, KC went in elimination anyway. I don't like, she was getting the votes anyway. It wasn't like your vote was saving her. So I don't think they would think like, oh, Tori voted. Like at some point in the game, you have to vote for your alliance. Like at some point in the game, you got to be like me or you. Don't get me started, Abu, because that really pissed me off. Finally, Tori is dumb as hell. Everyone should have voted for. I would have done the same thing. Oh, they want to go in. Okay, well we vote for Tori and Danny, and it would have went all around the table. On the revote, I would have voted for Tori and Danny. Like, oh, y'all bullshitting on the revote. Okay, Tori, go ahead and let them go in. Mm-hmm. They want to go in. Go ahead and put Tori and Danny in. You know it's bad when Jordan is telling you, right. Right. Because Tori acts like a follower and a people pleaser. Right. That's why I said that's y'all champ. This who y'all going up for last season. Go, Tori, go. Go, Tori, go. Like y'all was all up over the Twitter. Tori won the shit. That's y'all champ. Did you see Dan? Oh, I ain't see. No, I didn't see Danny on Twitter go in. I don't think I follow Danny. I think I only follow Kiki. Okay. When this is over, go follow Danny and watch. Yes. I'm waiting for Dan, but see, Danny. I'm waiting for Danny to talk to Anissa and Davon. I haven't been listening that much because see, I like Davon, but I only like Davon when she with Devin. Like I still don't want to listen to Anissa. But I'm about to go see what Danny got to say. This is why we need Ashley on the show. She ain't. I know that's right. But I ain't about to get into the Ashley thing again. I agree with Sarah when Tori is up KC's, but what did Sarah say about? I got to go back and watch it. They need, right. If production doesn't say, because they've done it before, the prize is $1 million, $750 for first, $200 for second, $50 for third. However they want to break it down. But if production don't break it down, I'm not about to figure it out. You get nothing. Because when you make it seem like I'm giving you something from my prize pot, now it's one of those, I did something for you, let me return the favor. And it shouldn't be none of that, I need to return the favor in these type of seasons. How is Tori so adamant in not voting Tori? But this was after Casey and Troy have voted Tori and Danny as one of the two pairs to go in. Casey don't care about Tori at all. She only cares about Nani. And that's on period. I think Casey cares about Nani. I don't even think she give a damn about Fessy and Josh that much. I think she will protect Fessy and Josh, her big brother people. But other than that, like, she don't give a damn about you, Tori. How did Tori even get clicked up with the Big Brother Alliance? Did she screw Fessy? Did she screw Fessy? She screwed Fessy. That's, I have to think. That's how Tori even got in this. Because she wasn't even a part of the Big Brother crew until that whole little vacation situation went down. But okay, I'm going to leave it alone. Let me get to the bottom of this. Y'all got a whole bunch of comments. Kiki was dragging too. I ain't see it. I must have been. See, that's what it is, y'all. My classes are down there every night of the week. So like, I don't even think I watched Survivor and the challenge till like Friday. So I stay off of Twitter because I don't want to know what's going down. So I probably missed it because I stay off of Twitter until I'm able to watch. So, okay. I'm going to Twitter as soon as I get off of here. I can't believe y'all letting me talk this long. Tori is so set on future seasons being ruined for her. She doesn't concentrate on the here and now. That's why Tori needs a break. I'm happy Devin took a break. Well, Devin didn't get asked, but that was bad of me. But I need that vacation crew to take a break because to me, they're ruining the show. They're ruining the show. Sarah said, "This is the game you continue." Sarah do be reading on the slide. Right. She did say this is the game you continue to sign up for. Like, if it's so hard for you to vote people in, why are you here? That's the nature of the game. Why are you here? Right. It was so many other people around that table that Tori, like, you just voted for Darrell and Kiki the other week. Why is it so hard for you? You wanted Darrell and Kiki to go in. I don't understand why it was so hard for y'all to pick another team. I don't think Danny gives a damn about another team, but maybe Sarah and Theo. I think Danny cares about Sarah and Theo, but I don't even think he's against, like, I think Danny cares about himself the same way everybody at their table should be caring. But anyway, right, vote and get it over with. Right, I agree. Did Sarah say that shit out loud or in the confessional? Because, I would have loved for Sarah to say that shit out loud. Because, see, Tori don't have no backup. Tori is really, she has Jordan, but other than that, like, ain't nobody about to fight for you, Tori. She has never played a smart game. She's always been a follower. Remember, she got gathered by Big T. Ooh, she got gathered by Big T. Yep, because she was talking shit about the rookies and they got her straight together. She got lucky last season with Devin. She got lucky because production made the whole season about finishing puzzles, and that's what Devin does. It was the puzzle race. It wasn't the challenge, it was the puzzle. So don't get me started with last season. I'm not going back to that. Tori is in card territory on World of the Worlds. Oh, and I heard Tori was the one who threatened to walk off set if Cara Maria showed up, but she's willing to play with Cara now that she's a winner, now that she's a champ. But she refused to let Cara come back to the show until she won one. That's why I said it seems like it's very tit for tat. It's your turn to win. Okay, now it's your turn to win. And pretty much Bananas was announcing it like, it's nobody else I want to win more than Nani. I'm here just to get Nani a win. Like, really? You're not here for a $500,000? Because I thought that was the prize. You only here for Nani's to win, not the money. Okay. Any future challengers coming onto the challenge need to always target the Vacation Alliance. I would, especially if it's a house vote situation. Even if they win, you have to think every week isn't going to be a physical elimination. You have to keep voting these people in, because in elimination, you never know what can happen. And they got to win one. And if the whole house is against the Vacation Alliance, you can't be scared. Oh, but they're going to vote me in. They can't vote in everybody. Only one person can be voted in the next week. I don't think Jordan is a part of the vacation crew, but I have seen Jordan snowboarding with Bananas, hanging out with Wes. I think Jordan would still be considered on the West side of the vacation crew. Like, he'll work with the vets, but he knows how to pivot when he needs to. But I don't know. Like, I just want to break from all of them. People mad at Danny for Twitter for actually trying to make a move. That's because they like Tori. Like, if they didn't like Tori, they wouldn't be mad. So people who are mad at Danny are Tori fans. And do we really care about Tori fans? I mean, I don't. But the underdogs were the majority of the Alliance when everyone got sick. True, they were. They were, because they just got rid of Bananas. But now half of them gone. Right. See, I don't know who on the USA 2. I need a new cast list. That first video, just throw that out the window, because I was talking about people. That's alternate. That's all. They ain't even there. Like, Cinco ain't even there. Cinco was all on Instagram with his girlfriend at the gym, having a good time. And I'm like, ugh, I wanted Cinco to be on there. Hey, Angie. I can see. Okay, send me the cast list, Andrew. Thank you. But don't tell me who's already eliminated. I don't want to know spoilers. I just want to know who made it to the show. Tell me who made it to the show so I can talk about it again. Thank you, Koki. See how y'all know me. Y'all know me. And Andrew already knew that too. Thank you. Yes. Wait. Danny is a pussy chicken. Why say that? Still want to see him in elimination. He's probably with the vets coasting to the final when he did the same thing on USA with Survivor Crew. I don't think so. Look, you can't be mad for coasting to the end without going elimination, but I don't think Tori and Danny make it without elimination. I think people gonna get tired of their bullshit real quick and they're gonna start getting votes. Like, I don't think they make it throughout the season without seeing that elimination. I don't know. Right? They just don't like Amber because she's cute. You wouldn't say Drop Dead gorgeous? I think Amber is gorgeous. Like, I really can't wait to see what her baby looks like because Chauncey is gorgeous too. Amber, I ain't gonna take back what I said. I think she's gorgeous. I wouldn't say he's ducking a fade for actually thinking of the game in a strategic way. I agree. I mean, how many seasons do we watch the challenge? And we look at Bananas, we look at Jordan, and everybody wants to kiss their ass. Everybody wants to be on Team Bananas. Who's Bananas voting for? We don't want to vote against Bananas. We don't want to vote against Jordan. Whatever they're doing, we're doing. And we finally have two people who've come on our television set and say, we want to win the money. We don't give a damn who you used to be engaged to. You got to go because I want to win. We haven't seen that in, I would say, at least 10 to 15 seasons. I think we've been complaining for at least 10 to 15. No, because I think since War of the Worlds 2, we have been complaining. Once they started doing that little spy shit, we have been like, what the hell is going on with the challenge? And we finally have some people who say, we don't want to see Jordan in the final. We don't want to see Bananas in the final. And y'all mad. Y'all hate them. I would like secret votes if they were actually a secret. That's true because people be coming out snitching on themselves. Depends on the season and who's on it. Yeah, it does depend on the setup of the game. Casey's social game got to be crazy good because they've been treating Casey like she's a vet since her rookie season. I think they've been scared of Casey since her rookie season. Like, I keep saying no shade, but y'all already know what I'm going to say. The same with Jenny. Like, people weren't fucking with Jenny the rookie season either. And don't get me started on that hall brawl with Tori. I ain't gonna go there. Nani got born because she was hooking up with the. Thank you for saying it for me, Dabu. You know what I was thinking. I miss drunk Nani with her cup of noodles. Cup of noodles. I don't know. I don't like that Nani because that Nani was going after. I'm confused on who best friends because I thought her and Niece was best friends. Then they be voting against each other. I don't know. I really don't like drunk Nani. I would like to see a more fun Nani. I like fun Nani. But I would like to see an elevated Nani who actually has a thought of her own, who isn't relying on the politicking part of the game to move herself forward. Like, I would like to see Nani have her own strategy and not just spewing the strategy of the men that she's connected to. I said that nicely. All Stars 4 is going to be good. I can't wait. I can't wait to. We have an All Stars 4 party. All Stars 4 is the only show I'm looking forward to. Me too. No, I'm looking forward to Big Brother. I'm looking forward to complaining and fighting with BB Twitter. Big Brother Twitter is a mess, and I love it. Y'all heard Jailer broke up. I don't really care. I never really cared that Taylor got with Joseph. I was one of the few that wanted Taylor not to get with anybody from the season because I didn't understand the point. But Jailer is over. I'm looking forward to Big Brother, seeing how CBS is going to piss me off this year. It's just something about that Big Brother house I love. I'm getting bored with this season. Give me a purge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe they will have a purge. They said the final on the 17th. Yeah, 90 is average. I mean, you can only see somebody come back and do the same thing for so long. Who's overrating her? Not any of her fans. I don't know who. Did I say somebody was overrated? I don't forget. Have you not heard how all the vets hype her up? She's trash. Are you all talking about Tori? I can't stand Tori. This is why Survivor is superior to the challenge. I ain't even read this whole thing, but I feel like Survivor is superior to the challenge because every season is a new. They let us miss people maybe every 10 years, 7 years. They might throw up an all-stars, a heroes versus villains. They might bring back 2 fan favorites and toss them in a season for a second chance. But Survivor gives us a chance to miss people, where the challenge, they keep inviting the same people back over and over and over and over again. And it's gotten stale, it's gotten boring. And the challenge needs to do something big quick. I want to get into Tori is very entitled. I don't even know who's talking about Tori, but that's who I'm talking about. Apparently, the Challenge USA is already on bullshit with the recent. Don't tell me. Look, don't tell me, because I feel like the subliminals that people, and somebody already said, make sure I announce spoilers. And I do mean to, I don't mean to spoil anything, but I feel like the subliminals some of you all put in the chat, I feel like I already know the way this is going, because I know how you all know how I like to think. I know you all know how I view these games. So the subliminals are already telling me Angie getting ready to be pissed off from this season. I don't think Casey would have cared. I don't think Casey would have cared either. I don't think Casey would have like, well, bitch, give me $50,000 back. You done cast the vote for me. Like, maybe they just making TV. Are they making TV? Are they trolling us? Is all of this fake? I have to really learn how to read the comments and talk at the same time, because Koki, I don't know what you're talking about. Or are you all talking to each other? Absolutely follow Danny. Okay, I do got to follow Danny. Okay, you're talking to Andrew. Koki, I can't speak for everyone, but that's my opinion about Nani. Okay, nobody cares about Nani. I mean, people do like Nani. Look, I don't even dislike Nani. I don't. I'm just happy I have a break. I'm happy she's not on this season. I think Danny is going on Reality Realness after the season is talk. Okay, is Reality Realness Chantel's show? I have to watch. I can never catch when they go live. I think I caught them 1 or 2 times, and I have a really good time in the chat, because y'all be in the chat over there too. I just never can catch them live. I'm always watching the repeats. Where is Danny? Where is Danny actually going to do an interview though? Bananas ain't going to have him because he's soft, and he probably won't be on Tori and Anissa either. I wish he would go talk to. That's Davon and Anissa. I just don't think Anissa. I think Anissa would be shady to him. And I think Danny is too classy to read Anissa, because I would go in. See, that's when Danny needs to have his wife in one ear pod and he in the other. And as soon as Anissa talks some slick, Kiki come in and check her real quick. But yeah, I don't know how good that interview would be, because I'm sure Danny wouldn't have anything nice to say about Tori, and That's supposed to be Tori's best friend, but I ain't never see her try to save Anissa from nothing. Okay, I knew she hooked up with Fessy. Good thing Tori filming. Oh, I hope you mean she's not filming USA 2. I hope she's not. I don't want to see Tori on USA 2. They lost Devin's number after Tori got her win. I think Devin will be back. Do y'all think Devin will be back? Because he a champ. You supposed to be able to defend your title. You think Devin will be back, or is he one of those, I got a championship and I ain't got nothing else to prove and I'm gonna ride this out to the sunset? I don't know. I don't know. Tori just wanted to give Danny a difficult time. Car would be Tori any facts. At this point, the Vacation Alliance has expanded to include all of the regular vets. Pretty much, they all hang out together. Pretty much, it's boring. Corey, Ashley, CT are probably the only vets constantly coming back who aren't in that clique. Agreed, but nobody's ever going to go after CT. Corey is going to hang out with them, and he's going to be at the bottom of the total poll, just like Nelson. And Ashley will hang out with them, but she'll probably say something, and she's going to be at the bottom of that total poll as well, because Ashley mouth too slick for them. That's why they need people like Ashley, Amanda, Davon, Kells, Turbo to go up against the alliances. Agreed, but you can't, like, Turbo could have went up against them, but you can't have Turbo in a house full of people that everybody is against them. You got to, if you're going to set up the game for an alliance, you need to set up the game for everybody. At least let the house be 50-50. People will never be satisfied. No. I would like to see new people in general. I agree. Different gameplay. I said that before too. I think that's why I like USA so much. And I'm really upset that USA is bringing MTV people over, because I like to see the fresh gameplay. Ain't nobody saying kiss Bananas and Jordan's ass. Go to the final, beat them if you're as good as you think you are. I agree. But I also don't feel like I gotta try to prove myself either. If I can get them out, cool. But if, like, I feel like the final would be a Danny versus Jordan final would be good, because I would like to see who would be the winner of that, because I feel like they're both really good competitors. The only edge, and it's a slight edge, is that Jordan has done more finals. Like, Danny has done one, but I feel like Jordan is still more experienced in the finals. So I would like to see it, but I'm not mad at Danny for wanting to get his ass out. And because the vets do it all the time. They want the easiest road to the final. Whenever they see a strong rookie out there, oh, we got to get his ass out or her ass out or whoever. Tori be scared of somebody every season. She just got enough clout now with production. She can demand people not to come on. Anissa is that person who's friends with everyone and friends with no one. Koki, I couldn't have said that any better. She's friends with everyone and friends with no one. She's kind of like friends with like she's everybody's friend, but nobody is her friend. All the vets like her, but no one, not one of them except not one of them really care about her. And if one of them got to go, she's first out. Period. It ain't none of them, including Tori, gonna fight for her to stay. I never cared about Taylor and Joseph. Agreed. Yes, Chantel. Okay. Well, I hope he goes on Chantel's show. I want to hear that interview. Davon is filming another show right now, so she hasn't. Oh. I hope it's Traitors too. I hope she's on the next season of Traitors because on Twitter, that's the only show Davon hypes up. Because she said, I ain't never coming back to the challenge. She's never going back to Big Brother. But she was like, she said, if Traitors call, I will answer. Please be Traitors too. Please be Traitors. Like Davon would be so great on that show. Should Davon be a traitor? I feel like they would automatically, they would get Davon up and out of there. But Davon is also an actress, so she could be good at portraying a traitor. I don't know. I just want to see her over there. I want to see her over there, and who would they put her with? Maybe Bailey. That could be a good show for her, and Bailey could come back and do. Because it's individual. Yeah. I mean, there is a voting out portion of it, but oh, you got me excited. I hope it's Traitors. I hope that I can't wait for that to come back. I agree. I do like 90, but 6 season is too much. It's too much. Yes. MTV doesn't care about Devin. They just want someone to help Tori with her puzzle. Facts. I still don't understand how they became friends so fast. They hated each other. And then the next season, they was crying. They were teammates trying to lose challenges on purpose to get rid of each other, to switch partners. And the next season, Tori is crying over Devin being nominated for elimination. I'm like, what is happening here? You think he'll be back? He's more arrogant than ever. You'll see pics of Nelson. Oh, I did see. I saw Nelson being wheelchaired out the hospital. He's finally home. Nelson posts a lot of pictures and videos of his injury. If you don't like to see wounds open and stuff, I wouldn't click on his videos because he's very open with his sharing. But I understand some people are open with their sharing because they want people to understand. And that's how you learn, by seeing certain things. I just send prayers out for Nelson. I'm happy he's out the hospital. I'm happy he's on his road to recovery. He's a young man. He keeps his body in really good shape. I'm sure he will knock the rehabilitation out very quickly. And I think we'll see Nelson back again. And I hope the best for him, because if you saw those injuries, just thank God. Just thank God, because you just never know. Anything can happen to anybody at any moment. I was saying I feel bad, but he should post warnings, because I think it depends on, because I don't know about what he posts, but if like a blog site picks it up, they do post the warnings. It is a lot. If you're squirmish, don't click on it. Don't click on it if you're squirmish. But I was curious, and he showed way more than I expected him to show. But I think it's amazing, just medicine and how they can help heal you and regraft and put stuff back together. I think it's amazing, science. And he shows it all. With how much Danny has been reading Tori up and down on Twitter, I have a feeling Jordan wins this season. You think so? Danny has angry energy. You're saying if Danny and Tori would have won, he wouldn't be this angry after every episode. I can see that, Koki. I can see that. I hope not. I really was rooting for Danny to win this. And you can't even, because see, and remember last season, Nelson was the biggest face on the cast picture, and we see where Nelson and Maurice was at too. He has that "I told you so" energy. I can see that. Damn it. I at least want to see Jordan and Danny go up against each other. Do you all think? I'm sorry, I can't read because y'all. It's how many more comments left? Okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Do you all think if there is a final with Tori and Danny versus Jordan and Kaz, do you think Tori says it's Jordan's turn to win and she doesn't perform as strong to let Jordan win, and Jordan might kick her back $50,000? I don't know. Oh, damn it. It's not Traders. It's some Amazon show. Oh, I hope it's not a dating show. I seen Davon on a little dating show, and I wanted her to do Traders. Okay, I'm still gonna. I'm gonna support you, Davon. What you doing over there on Amazon? I got all excited for nothing. Oh my God. Oh, it's called The House of Villains. That's a reality show with a whole bunch of villains. Do people get voted out? Because if I just got to watch them all live in a house, I don't know how interested I am. New York, Omarosa, Rachel Riley, and Brandy. Oh, Alyssa Edwards going to be over there. Oh, I'm watching. I'm watching for Alyssa Edwards alone. Tech from the Real World, Window. I don't consider Window a villain. I don't even consider Tech a villain. I really don't even consider Alyssa Edwards a villain. I just love Alyssa Edwards. I'm watching. Do people get voted out at the end? Because if we don't have all these villains, we need some kind of strategy and somebody to go home every week. Or are we just watching them live, argue, fuss, and fight? Because most of these villains are mature. Like New York isn't going to fuss and fight like she used to. Omarosa is late. Like I've had my fill of Omarosa shade. Rachel isn't gonna. Rachel gave me a good time over there on Traders though, and I just don't see Tech and Wendell as villains. Davon to give me some good reads. Oh, and Alyssa Edwards gonna read all of y'all down. I'm here for it. I'm watching and reviewing. I don't even know nothing about the show, but just on a few people y'all sprinkled in the chat, I'm watching and reviewing because I love Alyssa Edwards. I love her. No way Tori and Danny would still have if they were cashing checks. Okay, agreed. That's a good point because he would be validated in what he was saying. He would be validated, especially if at some point in the season he was able to get Jordan out. Y'all read it between the lines. Spoilers. I'm sorry to the new subscriber. We just contemplating, assuming we not spoiling. We're making assumptions on the edit. I forgot it's new people that don't like any kind of spoilers, and we ain't spoiling. We just thinking about it. Nah, I see the opposite happening. They could just be reading based off the episodes that they see. I don't know. If Tori did that, I might actually start watching the show. She wouldn't do it on purpose. Like she might have a little Anissa moment where she run through the woods and twist her ankle. Like she run off the path for a shortcut and twist her ankle. I am cutting up. I ain't even had no Stella Rose or nothing. Y'all got me cutting up. I could see Tori having a twisted ankle moment. House of Villains, people, they don't get voted out. And y'all don't know what show people on. And Davon isn't on that show. Her show, as far as I know, is called The Boss or The Goat. Damn it. Well, I'm still watching that villain show. Alyssa Edwards better be on there. Davon, I don't know about this boss or this goat. What is this about? Is it some kind of Shark Tank type of show? I'm going to support you, Davon. I'm going to try. I'm not as excited about this goat show. Two different shows. I don't know the format. Okay. I think people get voted out on both. The chat doesn't know. Everybody saying opposite things. Nobody knows. Devon, Alyssa, Wendell aren't okay. They aren't on the villain show. They're okay. I got confused because I didn't think Wendell and Alyssa and Tech were villains. They're on a different show. Okay, okay. Whatever show Alyssa Edwards on, I'm definitely watching and reviewing. So okay, Alyssa gonna be on the go. I'm gonna watch it. The villains have bananas. Ugh. Omarosa, Tanisha, oh, from Bad Girls Club. Oh, I'm watching that. New York, Fifi O'Hara. I do like Fifi O'Hara too. Now, Fifi is a villain. Fifi isn't really a villain. She's entertaining. I like her. And Fairplay, Johnny Fairplay from Survivor. I hope he get voted off first. I don't want to watch him. Okay, y'all putting in tea. Okay, I'm watching and reviewing both of these shows. I like Tanisha from Bad Girls Club in New York. They gonna have a good time. Oh, but don't nobody get voted off. Oh. Okay, either way, I'm watching it. It would be better if they could vote people off. That's just me. But I'm still gonna watch y'all live in the house and argue over whatever y'all gonna argue over. Anna Delvey. That's a real person. I watched that show on Netflix. Is the host. Oh my God. Oh, that's gonna be good. This whole show could be a scam. I want to know the real life Anna Delvey. That Netflix, did that come on Netflix? I might have my streaming platforms. That show was good. That lady was getting everybody. I mean, she was getting big. She had big time Wall Street bankers looking a fool. A fool. I want to see the real life Anna Delvey because, girl, if I see you coming anywhere near my bank account, it's on and popping. But I want to know what she looked like. I guess I could have Googled. I didn't even know that was a true story. It seems so hard to believe that she scammed all those people out of all that money and she was just living a life for free. Oh, that's gonna be a good show. Okay, I'm watching that, Koki. Yes, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yes, it's gonna be messy too. Yes, I'm here for it. How? Okay. Dabu said, "F all of this." What's going on with the draft? Yes, we are at our number 2, and I ain't talking nothing about the draft. This was some good conversation tonight, y'all. Let me find it. Share. Okay, let's get to the leagues. Dabu said we'll watch Anna Delvey when we get to it, but what's going on with the draft? Y'all know I would get sidetracked in the conversation. Okay, let's see where we are. As I told you all earlier, Dan has jumped up from 3rd to 2nd place. I believe how he lose somebody, he's still in 2nd place because I lost bananas and I'm all the way in the 20s. He has Theo, Cass. I think you're gonna lose Tristan soon. Still a good team. I'm still coming for you. But Dan, congratulations for being in 2nd place for our Kiss My Cheeks click. That's a part of this. I'm gonna have to come up with a cute. Okay, we ain't got to vote on it right now, but even though we're playing in Christina's fantasy league, we need to come up with like a click name for, even though we want our individual bragging rights, but we want click bragging rights. Like if Dan wins this, I want to be able to say, oh, well, at least somebody from the Kiss My Cheeks clique won. Though I don't like the name Kiss My Cheeks clique. I want something more creative, but I can't think of it right now. But let's get that name together for when we had a fantasy party for All Stars 4. But shout out to Dan. Michelle is in fourth. I can't, it's so many Michelles. Michelle, I don't know which one is you, but one of our Michelles is in the top 10. Dabu, you're in 12th place. We jumping up the charts. And you haven't lost anybody from your team. And I have a feeling, spoiler alert, I don't know for sure. It was another debate on Twitter, but I think Emily might have to go because we know from the trailer, the super trailer, there will be a hall brawl between Emily and Casey, and I'm just gonna put my money on Casey. So be prepared to lose some points sometime in the future. But shout out to Dabu for being in 12th. Where's everybody else? Oh, we have to keep scrolling. Oh, we still down at the bottom. Shout out to Stormy. I believe you jumped, Stormy, in 25th. And you see, I went from 29 to 28. So your girl is working her way up. I'm working my way up. I haven't lost anybody new. I lost Bananas, of course. Do you all think Sarah and Theo will make it to the final? I'm hoping, because I feel like if Sarah and Theo don't make it to the final, my team is going to plummet. Like all the way in the toilet. It's going to go way down. So I'm banking on Sarah and Theo lasting. I feel like at some point I might lose Kiki, but I think Tori and Jordan will make it to the final. But I should have dropped Bananas. I got a different strategy for next season, but let's see where everybody else is. I already saw Stormy. That's me. Where's Qua 33, Dejan 34. Okay, we're still up. Oh, you still got a good team. This is a team right here I could see jumping. If Sarah and Theo make it to the final, this team has a good jump ability. So we're still in there. We're still hanging strong. It's still a couple of more weeks to go. Who's at the bottom? Not Angie. Angie is no longer at the bottom. Oh, Glenda. What happened, Glenda? Because you weren't at the bottom before. Let's see. You lost Naya. You forgot to trade out Naya. That's what happened. You forgot to trade out your team. But I feel like Danny and Tori, jump ability. Danny and Tori, I feel like will be in the final. You have some good jump ability. And every week somebody's gonna lose a player. So now that we can no longer trade people out, people are gonna start losing people, and people are gonna be jumping up and down this chart because a lot of people are gonna start getting 0 points every week. So I have high hopes for my team, especially if Theo and Sarah can make it, but good job. We need a click name, or is click a bad name? I don't know. Homework for everybody. Look, Koki, I'm so confused. I'm so confused with the chat. I don't know if people get voted off or not. I think it would be see, no. Oh, no, they do. Jesus have mercy. Look, getting voted off is the best part of the show for me. And if you got a house full of villains, the best thing they could do is vote people off. Okay, so either way, I'm watching both shows. I'm excited about both of these shows, and I will be reviewing. And I'm really excited for this Anna Delavi girl because she got to put the scam out there. How did you do this, girl? Rachel Riley was supposed to be on the villain show, but couldn't because she was still under contract with Traders. Traders is, I can't say which one is the better show, but right now I love Traders. Like, I went back and watched the UK version of Traders and the Australian version of Traders. That's how much I love the show. I love the show. So I really like Traders. Oh wait. Oh, Double, you got a good chance. You got a good chance of winning. Good luck. And like I said, as long as somebody from our little crew over here wins it all, I'll be happy. But if I win it all, I'm going to be even more happy. But I would be happy if somebody from over here wins too. But okay, y'all, I've been talking for 2 hours. I can't believe y'all let me talk for 2 hours. I really can't. I really can't believe y'all let me sit up here and talk for 2 hours. It's been a long time. I think it's because I don't record during the week like I used to. Beans is not back. Right now, I told you I have my class. I'm doing my studies right now. So probably, I think me and Beans decided maybe for the summer, maybe around June 1st, we might bring the show back. I just don't have time to put the Sunday night show together because a lot goes into me putting the Sunday night show together. So me and Beans will be back, but after I finish my class. So after that, me and Beans will be back. And I'll be back more on YouTube. I just don't have time to be on YouTube like 3, 4, 5 nights a week like I used to. I'm really stuck on Tuesdays. And I feel like that's why I'm talking so much because I haven't been on YouTube all week. And it feels strange, but I know everyone loves Survivor and the challenge, and I can't let this show go. So we have a good time, and I'll be back next Saturday. Yes, next Saturday night I will be back, and we'll go over the next week's episodes. We'll see how our fantasy teams are doing. We're going to have a good time. Thank you all so much for sticking with me, supporting the show. We have such a great time when we do Stella. So if that's it, I'm about to rest my voice. I can't believe I was talking 2 hours. Thank y'all. This was so much fun. It didn't even really feel like 2 hours. It really didn't. This was so much fun. Y'all gave me a lot of good tea. I'm about to go find out what Danny was talking about on Twitter and Kiki because I want to see it. And I guess I'll see y'all next Saturday. I think tomorrow night, I haven't did my final live for Ready to Love. So tomorrow night, I might put up Ready to Love. If I don't, please forgive me. But it's my plan to do that tomorrow night. And other than that, I'll see you next Saturday. Same time, same place. Have a good week, y'all. Bye. Oh, and follow me on Twitter. Like, if you want my immediate reaction to something, like I tweet about all the shows as I watch them. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see my immediate reaction. So follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube. Everything is Kiss My Cheeks TV. And we have a good time on Twitter too. All right. But until then, I'll see you all next Saturday. Bye.